Ethernet switches are essential devices for managing network traffic effectively. However, network users frequently wonder, does an Ethernet switch slow down their connection speed? This video explores how switches function and identifies common reasons for slow speeds, along with solutions and upgrade recommendations. Are Ethernet switches, and how do they work? An Ethernet switch is a network device designed to connect multiple devices within a local area. Network LAN, unlike all the Ethernet hub switch router combinations. A switch uses MAC addresses to route data efficiently between devices. Switches come in various types, such as managed Ethernet switches, offering advanced network control, or simpler unmanaged gigabit Ethernet switches, often called Ethernet switch plug and play devices for easy setup. Common reasons for slow network speeds. Why is your network so slow? There are several reasons why your network might experience slow speeds when using Ethernet switches. Outdated hardware. All the time 100 Ethernet switches might become a bottleneck, especially when modern devices support gigabit Ethernet networks with speeds or faster. Duplex mismatch. Incorrect settings between devices and the switch, often seen with older fast Ethernet switches, can cause significant performance degradation. Low-quality Ethernet cables. Using outdated cables like a Cat5 Ethernet switch or faulty Ethernet cable switch connections might impair data transmission. Network congestion. Connecting to many devices on a small desktop Ethernet switch or a low port-to-port Ethernet switch or 3-port Ethernet switch can overwhelm the network. Incorrect configuration. Misconfigured managed Ethernet switches or improper speed settings on a smart Ethernet switch might reduce speed significantly. How to fix Ethernet switch speed issues. STU address performance issues related to your Ethernet switch device. Follow these steps. Upgrade your hardware. Replace old switches with modern gigabit Ethernet switches or even high-speed Ethernet switches to meet current demands. Check configurations. Make sure your Ethernet unmanaged switch and connected devices have consistent duplex and speed settings. Replace low-quality cables. Consider upgrading your cables to support higher speeds. Eliminating outdated types like the Cat5 Ethernet switch setup. Monitor and manage network traffic. Utilize a managed Ethernet switch or network management software to monitor and optimize network flow. When upgrading, consider switch type and speed. Choose between a simple cheap Ethernet switch or a more sophisticated industrial managed Ethernet switch depending on your needs. Ensure adequate speed, typically a gigabit Ethernet switch or better. Port availability. Assess whether a small 4-port Ethernet switcher setup suffices or if you need a larger stackable model like stackable Ethernet switches. Form factor. Determine if a desktop Ethernet switch, compact mini Ethernet switch, or an industrial-grade in-mount Ethernet switch fits your environment best. Additional features. Evaluate the need for advanced options like a gigabit Ethernet post switch, an Ethernet switch with fiber port, or an integrated Ethernet switch with Wi-Fi access point for extended connectivity. An Ethernet switch typically does not reduce network speed, provided it is appropriate and properly configured. Regular evaluation and upgrades of your switches and cables ensure sustained, optimal performance.